my upcoming pageant. Many of you know I have decided to join the Mrs. Tennessee pageant. I've never done a pageant in my life, and I have had two babies. One was over 9 pounds and one was nearly 9 pounds by C-section. So you can imagine the joy and experience of my first swimsuit competition at at my age after 2 kids. But I wanted to do it because I'm always asking you guys to get outside of your comfort zone. And as you grow and expand, there's not that much out of my comfort zone at this point in my life. I've built up my muscle of bravery, and I've built up my muscle of taking action. And I live that way every day. I actually just rejoined the thing I'm doing for executive females in Dallas. I had to retake my Strength Finder test. And so several things like communication and my desire to include others have not changed. But my number one characteristic has changed. I took the Strength Finder test years ago, really before I started doing this work and before I started my own intense training with several of Tony Robbins' platinum mindset coaches and high performance coaching and all these things. And my number one thing changed, and now it's activator, which means I take action toward the life I want. I take action toward the life I want. And part of what the life I want is continuing to practice those bravery muscles and practice those stretch muscles and stretch myself and grow myself and continue to be a bigger, better person. Hopefully not bigger on my waistline, especially not before the stinking bathing suit competition, but which I did not know about when I signed up for the competition. I thought I just had to put on an evening gown. Anyway, here we are. But to be a more expanded, braver version of myself and to lead by example through that, and to be able to say, yeah, no, this isn't something I did at one point in my past when I decided to change where I was in a relationship or stand up to people. This is something I do now. This is something I do every day. This is who I am. And after a toxic relationship, there's something called learned helplessness. And within learned helplessness, you can see my bangs sticking out of here. I wasn't even a gray hair. I probably should take care of that for the pageant. Shannon, we should not put this on YouTube. Sending you all love. I show off my imperfections and all, right? But within that context of learned helplessness, they teach you can't do anything. You can't grow past them. You'll never survive without them. You'll never be able to make it without them. They teach you not to trust yourself. They teach you not to trust yourself. And then even after you leave the relationship, you've gotten the habit of not being able to trust yourself. You've gotten the habit of feeling like everywhere you step is a landmine. You've gotten the habit, and that's why when they're out of your bed, they're not necessarily out of your head. Or in the case of a parent, when you're out of the house, they're still in your head and they're still controlling your life. So to find love, to find success, to find who you are after a toxic relationship, it's about strengthening that fear muscle, strengthening that bravery muscle, strengthening that piece of you that you're looking to expand, to try new things, to put yourself out there. And are they all going to work out? No, they are not. And there's I can't remember who said it. It may have been Glennon Doyle, or may have been the Gretchen Rubin of the Happiness Project. I'm not sure. But they said the next decision is just a decision. It's not the decision. And obviously, if you're thinking about getting a divorce, that can feel like the decision. I understand that. I'm not minimizing that. But when you think of, after that, you think, oh, this job, should I do it or not? Oh, should I go on this date or not? Should I, put myself out there or not? Should I sign up for this coaching event or not? Should I do this? Should I do that? And it feels like the decision. Because in a toxic relationship, so many of the decisions blew up in your face, and you were always made to feel like you were making the wrong decision. But life isn't like that. The real world isn't like that. Every decision is not the decision. You're going to make some decisions that are not going to be good, and they're not, in my business, right? There's some things I've tried. It's like, oh, that didn't work. I'll try something else. Doesn't work, try something else. If it doesn't work, try something else. Until you start building those blocks in your own life and building successes for yourself. But the only way you can build successes for yourself is if you start to practice strengthening that bravery muscle and putting yourself out there in situations that feel uncomfortable, that stretch you, that get you out of your comfort zone. That's where all the good stuff is. And even the phrase, I hate the phrase really, getting out of your comfort zone, because the reality is it's not comfortable. It's just normal to you. And really making that switch in your head, I'm getting out of my normal because I don't like my normal. Because even when you say getting out of your comfort zone, it's like, oh, that my comfort zone is comfortable. Well, but it's not. A toxic relationship isn't comfortable. People pleasing isn't comfortable. Always putting yourself last isn't comfortable. Never trying to do any of the things, never going after any of your dreams, never going after who you want to be, never being that example for your kids, never being that example for your niece or nephew or the other ladies in your life. That's not comfortable. It's just normal. So don't think about it as even getting outside of your comfort zone, getting outside of your current normal to get to a place of a new normal. And that's where all the good stuff lives. Hope you're having a great day, and chat with you later.